Querbeet here. Well, I should say Querbeet 2004. And I take you on a journey. No, not really, but I just wanted to introduce you an alternative way to playing this scout tank. I am not claiming that you by default should play a scout like I do in this gameplay, but what I would like to encourage you is to think about alternative strategies you can pull off in tanks like that. Especially, well, to be honest with you, I find it especially um, um, useful to pull a gameplay off like that in autoloaders, because autoloaders can inflict heavy damage when you play them as a support tank, or you know, slowly but steadily picking on your opponents. And what I mean by that, um, you will see right now. See, they are approaching the city, as you know, that is expected from them, and they would normally do, and as I would expect from my teammates again. But you can capitalize on that. You can actually go in, and you know they are coming there. So, and then you can pick some shots in. And the reason why I'm doing this, especially on this map, here a very good example of that follows shortly. Of staying behind, support others, pull back, and pick on one or two enemies. And that's exactly what I'm. That's the whole overarching story of this clip, if you like. So, but okay, the point being is that on maps that are heavily focused on choking points, and I think no one would disagree that we are dealing with a heavily choke point map here, as you can see when you turn your attention to the mini map. You see what I mean by choking point in the valley in the west, on the west side of the map. So that is one choking point. Another choking point is obviously the city, which I am now towards looking to, with the church at its center. And then there's obviously the lake. Now there's a misjudgment, just to quickly throw that in there. I've hit the reload, and I saw the guy on the mini map long before I actually met him in this street, but I hit the reload button nevertheless, so that was a fail on my part. But what I wanted to say is that obviously the lakeside street in the center, west center part of the map, is another choke point that in this game for some reason wasn't too populated. But I guess what I wanted to say is that with a scout, especially on this map, you can't really go, or you're not of real use for your team if you go on the west side into the valley. And I personally don't like being picked apart on that lakeside road, and so I usually go here. And by here I mean towards, more towards the city, not city directly, or only into the city at later stages. So, and by doing so, as you can observe, and as you were able to observe, I'm trying to get shots out. I peek around corners. I show my face once or twice on some street crossings, and then I'm pulling back, and I always get one or two shots out. No, I wasn't drunk here. I always get one or two shots out, and then I'm pulling back, and that's exactly my game plan in scouts when I'm on in maps like that. I play very similar. I employ a very similar strategy on Ensk or on Himmelsdorf. I think there's another Himmelsdorf there's a Himmelsdorf match on my channel where I kill what, like 2 or 3 tier 9 and 2 tier 10 tanks with the very same tank, and you can basically observe me doing and playing the same strategy. You know, it's like either empty my magazine if no one is eyeballing me, or you know, shoot 1 or 2 times and then pull back. So I do appreciate. I am very lucky in this, especially in this situation here. I think a little bit more experienced player would have picked me apart by now already. So I do realize that, but you know, if I wouldn't have been as careless as if I like I was against that VK3601 earlier, I think I wouldn't have lost so many head points, and then, you know, it would be a completely different picture hit points wise for me, and you know, I would not have to admit that I'm in a lucky situation here. So, but so long story short, what I believe and what I would advocate is in scout tanks, especially on these mixed mode maps or so city maps, like, you know, these fucked up maps that they have patched in recently. Was it Stalingrad and Kharkov, I think, and then Ensk and Himmelsdorf and this map as well. You can do a more, you know, supportive role, hanging second line, and then, you know, either support your guys or start picking at opponents, you know, slowly wear them down. So that is a pretty nasty way of supporting, I think. The problem is that everyone and their mother think you are a scout, and they start, well, it's not really a problem because I tend to ignore these fuckers, but you know, it's like, yeah, you drive a scout, you have to do that, and then they fucking spam the mini map like no tomorrow, and think they can expect from you that you behave the way they want you to. But let me tell you what, fuck these guys, okay? I mean, if it's your game, is what you do, and when they start flaming you, it's just don't give a shit. That's what I do. Just don't give a shit about these motherfuckers that try to tell you what to do. Yeah, I mean, this game proves my cause, right? I mean, I was decently successful with this game, and I think it's a strategy worth deploying on maps like that. And you can see what, you know, the outcome of that. You know, okay, granted it's a double, but still 4,490 as a double, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? So let me know what you think of that in the comments down below, and I shall see you in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Cheerio. Bye bye.